everyone, and welcome to Twillow Talk. I'm Tanis Coughlin from the Twillow Lifestyle Community, Twillow Lifestyle Academy, and I am joined by my beautiful co-host, Jennifer Tchaikovsky from My Holistic Self. And we have an awesome guest today, Mary Nunez. Welcome, Mary. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Such a pleasure to have you here. And we'll say a quick hello to some of our viewers here. We have Hypnocity, so Nalani from Linwood. And we have Kaylee, Fogopogo, and she's from Ottawa. And they're having a whole conversation over there, so we'll let them have their conversation, and we'll go on with our week work.
Absolutely.
So in our weather, we have our KP index. You can see I'm putting this first today because we're actually having a moderate geometric storm at the moment around a KP6, which is, as you can see, we've been down in the green for a while. So this is a little higher than what we've seen in the last little bit. We also have had one solar flare here that was an M. That was today. But it's been quiet other than that. Now, I say quiet, but we have had a lot of downloads. There's a lot of stuff coming in that we're not able to measure. I think we spoke about this in the last couple of weeks as well. So we've had a lot of energetic downloads coming in, and those we're going to be feeling as well. So the other thing to look at is the Schumann, which has been like a steady kind of buzz here. Nothing too out of the ordinary, really, except that our baseline is 7.8 hertz instead of 16. So, we're considerably higher than the baseline, but certainly not up near our 80s and 300s and whatnot that we have had over recent months. And so that is where we're at with the weather. So just know that you will be feeling stuff, and it's okay. A lot of it is this. A lot of it is moving into these other energies because there's a lot going on with the neutrinos and whatnot. Right, Jen?
There is so much. And in my excitement for all of the things that are going on, I didn't pull out the card, but I've got it right here. So we're good to go.
It made it very easy for her to find it.
It's on top because we've been talking about this for a little while now. So we know that the energies are shifting. This transit we actually moved into on Saturday, and we're going to be here until Wednesday. It's the gate 30. The gate 30 is the clinging fire. This is recognition of feelings. And this energy that we're in is actually the energy that's bringing us into the fire horse on the 17th. And so we know that there's going to be a lot of power here. And so the gate 30 is going to move us from the shadow of desire to the siddhi, or the enlightened state of rapture, through the gift of lightness. This energy is all about initiation through intensity. So, here we are, experiencing potentially longing. There's a passion here, an ache for experience. And so this energy is pulling all of that from us. And so as we explore it, I think some of the biggest things we want to look at is, where am I holding on to outcomes, or how are expectations amplifying my emotional highs and lows, right? Very much that external locus of control that we talk about in therapy, that idea of am I in control of my emotions, or is my experience in control of my emotions? And how is that impacting my day-to-day? And so if, we're in this place where longing becomes desperation, then we need to really look at that and pull that back and go, okay, what experiences do I really want to have because they are for my highest good? And what experiences am I just attached to the outcome here? And it's I just have to have this. So when we look at the shadow energy, as it comes through, the shadow tells us that we are going to get fulfillment through achieving these things that we long for. But the problem is that the clinging, right, that holding on, is what ends up causing us the pain. And so if we're able to shift that energy from, if this doesn't happen, I'm not going to be okay, to being able to step into the gift energy, the lightness that we can have, where we can have passion without the weight. This is where we're able to go, yes, I have this longing, but I don't have desperation for it. Right? I can allow my emotions to ebb and flow, and I can have joy in an experience without feeling like I have to hold on to it or have to release, whatever it is. There's just an acceptance energy there.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is so important because energetically, right now in this transit and in what we're moving into, we have so much going on. And we were talking about this just before we came on the show. We have a solar eclipse that's going to happen on the 17th, the ring of fire that happens when we transition into the fire horse energy. We also have Saturn shifting into Aries, which is long-term structural change. We have the sun shifting into Pisces, emotional and spiritual sensitivity. We have Venus and Mercury in Pisces, intuition and compassion. And Mars moving into Aquarius just shortly after that. And at the end of February, Mercury retrograde. So here we go, right? Like there's all of these energies that are coming forward to bring transformation. And as you know, transformation is not like, woo, it's like, oh.
You want me to again?
Right? It's asking us to buckle in. And that can be, that can be hard on a good day, let alone having, eclipse energy, which is like rewriting how we belong, how we connect, how we fit into, our communities and all of that. Because eclipse energy, especially when it's like this one, which is a cosmic reset portal, we have endings and beginnings. Of course, this is happening right as we enter into the fire horse, that shedding of the wood snake into the fire horse energy. This is fresh beginnings, life direction, relationships, identity, and so we're going to be having to let go of outdated ways of defining ourselves, let alone everything around us, because we're stepping into an accelerated evolution within. Right? And the horse is going to go, okay, it's time to start taking bold action. Okay, it's time to move forward. We're ready for freedom. We're ready for authenticity. Let's get going. Quick acceleration. And that may feel a little overwhelming, especially because what we're setting ourselves up for with this Saturn shift is long-term transformation. Right? So this is where we have to have responsibility with that courage that's being pulled from us in other places. And of course, emotionally, we're going to have to be facing that with the sun moving into Pisces, because this is going to invite us to soften and be more reflective. Now, how do we do that, right? How do we soften and be more reflective when we're being called to go, 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 go? Right? So yeah, there's a lot of energy happening, and at some point, we can go into all of it through the show if you guys want to, but the kind of takeaways, I think, with all of this that are coming through is to recognize, like, we're going to have amplified change, which needs courage, acceleration of our identity evolution and system shifts. And then Saturn is going to insist that we're grounded in the midst of all of this. And then Pisces is going to bring us into that soulful integration. So set your intentions around identity and belonging. You don't have to be like, superficial goals of who do I want to be moving forward? What is important to me? Where do I want to reside in the bigger picture? And then let that guide your next steps. Because that's this desire and longing energy that we're in right now with the transit as well. So pulling it all together, because there's a lot, and I know I just rushed through it. But the affirmation for right now is, I honor the fire within me. I release attachment and allow life to unfold. I surrender. In surrender, my passion becomes light.
Good.
I just picked some cards. They go along with that. Hearing messages from Spirit.
Oh, wow.
I'm a clear channel for messages from Spirit. Being in flow. I'm in flow with the universe.
Mm-hmm.
And cherishing self. I accept and cherish myself. Very much like the affirmation.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
very good.
Mm-hmm.
I got goosebumps. Just
Confirmation.
putting it out there.
Perfect. So tell us about you, Mary, now that we've done our weather reports.
Yeah, that was very good. I love that. I love that. Oh my gosh. So about me. So I have a wonderful past to the other side mother who was extremely spiritual, a healer of sorts. And I grew up being that reluctant psychic. Kids have a part of their childhood where they are, I don't want to be like mommy or like daddy. And no matter what, in your own evolution going into spiritualism, you're seeing, you're hearing, you're feeling, you're communicating, you see all this, and you still want to say no. I don't want it. And fortunately for me, and some people say, well, unfortunately, no, fortunately for me, what my mom gifted me said, I'm not going to listen to you, Mary, and you're going to be what you're going to be. And I'm so thankful for that. I'm so thankful that they didn't give up on me. So I started, mediumship has been in my family, gosh, who knows anymore, and healing. We didn't know what Reiki was. I'm 61 now. When I was 10, 15, who knew what Reiki was? Certainly not a Cuban family is going to know. And that's what my mother was doing. And of course, that got ingrained in me. My sister is an avid astrologer. I don't know. There was this one guy growing up that we grew up watching. His name was Walter Mercado, and he's Puerto Rican, and he was an amazing astrologer. Well, my sister was able to get that. She understands astrology. I'm more in the earth and not so much astrology, but with my connection with my Galactic Shaman, which is my beautiful Neah. But I ended up getting so in tuned with this. And the reason why was because when I had my son, I nearly left this world. And my mom was the one that came over and said, because I didn't want her to know. Because by then I was still like, I don't want any of this in my family. And she finally came in without me knowing. She says, this is a problem that you're having. You need to, now that you had your baby and the unfortunate circumstance of nearly leaving, you're not going anywhere. And she did something. She goes, you're going to feel like you're going to die. You won't. You're going to get worse before you get better tonight. Sure enough, I prayed to God and I said, okay, well, I want a really nice lady for my husband not to stay alone with. And I don't want to go up to heaven. I want to stay here. I want to take care of my kids. And I did the whole thing, right? And all of a sudden, I just realized that I woke up. I was carrying my child. I was feeding him. And that was it. I had to call my mom at 2 a.m. and say, Mom, I don't know what you're doing. Go to sleep. She hung up. Like, you're going to call me at 2 a.m? No. After that, I started my my journey, After that, I was like, okay, there's no denying this thing. Forget it. I'm not going to even try.
Mhm.
And of course, things started moving up and moving up and moving up. And I got my doctorates in spiritual development. I am an Eastern, they don't call them Reiki master, just a Reiki practitioner. It's not about chakras. It's all about your chi. And now I have my holistic aesthetics sanctuary, which Michael David was the one that pointed out in a conversation I had with him, and I'm so thankful for him that I have a heart-centered holistic spa. It's a boutique spa, and sure enough, so I work with um, just the upper chakras mainly. Of course, I work through the rest of the body spiritually, but my focus is holistic aesthetics and head spa, using and working with the upper chakras, and that has opened an amazing opportunity for me to be able to write my third book, which is the Holistic Esthetician Beyond the Surface. Because now I'm seeing it. Now I'm on it. Now I'm getting alchemy, and I'm putting astrology, and I'm putting all these components that otherwise I wouldn't have really used unless I was exposed to this ahead of time. But yeah, this was my third book. The first one was the first ever Reiki For Me book. It's a Reiki 1 for children. It's a coloring book and a workbook. It's not only for children, but it's also for families, because I'm always about, okay, if you're going to learn about Reiki, it should be the whole family. And then my second book is If I Knew Then What I Know Now, which is my story with my mom and me growing up being the no-no. Yeah, that's what I do. I'm here now.
Beautiful.
That is amazing. Well, and I think it's such an important piece for us to be able to do as you did, where we process through these experiences that we've had so that we can come home to ourselves. I say to clients all of the time, we're in this place where we are how we are because of or despite our parents. And yet we don't have to let that control anything of who we are either.
Yeah.
And so I think that's such a wonderful thing to be able to share your story for others so that they can see that that's possible to have that transformation as well.
Correct. And knowing what could happen as a parent of two of my my kids. One doesn't want anything to do with it, and he is an amazing spiritualist, but he wants nothing to do with it. And then my first one this is her first life on this earth, and it's like, what I'm dealing with now. It's like,
I know a few young souls, yes.
oh my God, is this real? Why did they give her to me again?
Because you're teaching her.
Exactly. It's exactly what it is. Every single morning, that is our I call it the powwow, the heavenly powwow. And we sit down and she asks all the questions. She is my graphic design artist. So when all my books, she's done all the covers, all my my tarot cards. I have 3 decks, and she's done them all. So I'm like, okay, so now I know why, because I would never be able to do. I can't even color with inside the lines. So don't even ask me to do any of that. But now I know why, because this is how she's using that to actually help her and teach her a little more about, what it is that she's supposed to do here.
Having her feel into hers and really have the emotion come through. I'm getting that's how she maneuvers through. It's really like feeling the pictures. And that's how she adjusts.
Yes.
What she's doing. I don't know what's coming through. So
yes. And that's exactly how she maneuvers the energies. She's extremely let's just say she still at 3, she told me what she left behind and how Archangel Michael told her not to forget that she left her shield and her sword under that big tree. She was 3. I didn't, really talk to her about any of that. She grew up in a Catholic school. Going to Catholic school, I figured, let's get a little bit of, the core understanding of Creator in a good way. And then she comes up to me, at 3 years old, and she tells me, Mom, I remember even Jesus was there, and he held this beautiful gold ball on his face, on his hand. And I knew that was God. That big light on his hand, I knew that was God. And I'm like, oh my. Yeah. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And dealing with that is amazing. I will tell you. I'm glad that I went through what I went through so that I can understand. I had to be that reluctant psychic so that I can sit back and I can say, okay, this is how I have to deal with this. Yeah.
Well, I think there's a lot of value to being that sort of skeptic as you are building your skills too, because having a certain amount of skepticism as you're stepping into all of this, it keeps you grounded.
It does.
As you go forward. So I think there's value to that,
It does. It does, because it makes you be part of it's not yes for everything. Instead, it's more like, I need to do the research. I want to know, for myself. And in that research, it's interesting because when you commit to that research and you're in there and you're working it, your own spiritual entourage is the one leading and showing you, look, this is how this is how this is. And they bring people that you actually feel comfortable with, and you understand, oh, poop, this is real. This is not, no, there's no way that I could understand it this way. And there's so much more that you learn, but that's because you're open to being that researcher and getting your feet wet, your hands dirty, right? To get to that point where you cannot go back and say, well, maybe it was a fluke. No, you were there. You were there and you did it and you smelled it and you felt it.
Yeah. Yep. You cannot. I've had too many experiences that I cannot deny this stuff is real. Right?
Thank you.
Yep.
That's exactly what it is. And there's nobody that can, and that's the thing, when you're in so deep, and again, the word is trust and commit. Those are 2 words. You commit yourself to find something that you're going to end up trusting. And it's by your own accord.
Of course.
It's by your own accord, because you, like I said, you did the work. That energy exchange that we all talk about, that is what it is. I did the work. There is the energy that I did. And then I get more information because I'm so open with everything around me. That's how the book came. That is exactly how the book came, because who was going to imagine that alchemy, your birth chart, and your the houses in your birth chart, and energy healing. You've got sound frequencies that actually reverberate in your body. What it is that it's drawing it in. Where is it that is drawing more while you're having a facial? And while you're having a facial, how is it that mom and dad, who's been long gone, for that one person comes out and says, oh, by the way, these are the things that is happening, and we're here with you. So you have a lot of information that comes in energetically, because everything is energy. But then you say to yourself, well, everything is interconnected. Absolutely everything is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's how that book came about, because it was like, okay, Mary, you got to write why the mitochondria and that beautiful spark of life, why does that come together and all of that. So
Mhm.
I can go on and on, so I'm not going to.
Why not?
I mean, you could. But I think that it's wonderful. I wish that Tennis and I have talked before. We go to the spa, we'll go get a massage or whatever. It would be so wonderful if practitioners who were working with the body also were connected with the spiritual aspects of what's coming through, because that's where real healing and clearing happens. So I think what you're doing is incredible.
Thank you. Yeah, and it does. That's exactly where we're at. It's a pioneering realm, I guess I'm going to call it. You do have holistic estheticians, and from this book I'm going to get a lot of slack for it, because the first thing I talk about is the authenticity part of being a holistic esthetician. Just because you get a tingsha and start your facial that way, that does not make you holistic at all. That's not a holistic facial, right? It's the moment you touch that person, that the hands are actually on that person, that you actually get visions, you get people talking to you, their cells, their body is talking to them, the atoms around you and that person are sending messages, information about the state that person is in. Do they need Tibetan singing bowls, or do they need the crystal bowls, right? It's something as simple as that. Well, which one of the tarot cards should they be getting their messages from? That's something that's simple.
Yeah.
All that comes in, all that comes through. So yeah, imagine a massage therapist that would actually be able to home in to where it is, what chakra, what's going on, what part of your muscle, and then why.
Yeah, definitely.
And then why? Because the why is what makes it all holistic. We want to know why. Yeah.
Kaylee loves this concept. It's a cool idea, she says.
Yeah.
Yes. And especially in the world we live in, that may be the first time the person has paused and is quiet in order to take time for themselves and are open to receiving. Absolutely.
Correct. Yeah, that is.
Hello to Brittany and to Ocean
and Mary. With what you were talking about earlier, very much like, yep.
Hey, Brittany. Thank you.
Hi, Ocean Garnet. Thank you for joining us.
I love it. So yeah, I mean, and I also work part-time with Michaela Hepburn, who is a licensed social worker, but very holistic as well. So I'm able to, because, and this is something that I've learned, is because I work with someone that understands that energy as far as emotions and mental well-being, well, what happens is that everything around me gives me that understanding. Well, who needs that weighted blanket, right? The moment that person that comes in through the door, I already know. It's like someone going, put the weighted blanket out, girl. It's like, and I don't even have to ask. The moment they lay down and I put that weighted blanket on, they're like, oh God, that feels so good. But who told me? They did.
Yeah.
they did before they got there. So as they're walking in through the door, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which is amazing. It's just,
It is
It helps you
amazing.
anticipate the needs and everything, right?
yes.
But it
does.
speaks to you getting out of your own way, right? Because we
Yes.
do have to do that, where, you know, we think about things and we're so conditioned to have to think like, well, what should I do here, or what should it be, or what's next? But the moment that we can actually be like, oh, nope, we're able to hear and to feel what is actually needed, as opposed to trying to figure it all out. And so
Yeah.
your ability to go, I'm not figuring it out, I'm letting them tell me, and really holding that space, that's the beauty of the work.
Yeah. And that's the difference between a regular esthetician to a holistic esthetician. The holistic esthetician, before they go in to their room, they're already leaving that ego in their car.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know nothing. You know, I'm here going to get a glycolic acid, and something tells me, no, you need to use an enzyme. I'm going to put it away, and I'm going to do the enzyme. Yeah, I got trained. I know what the skin barrier looks like. I know that, but that chakra is telling me no, or that energy around that person is telling me no. This is not the way. Now, ego me will go, I want instant results. No, because you have to listen to what because it's not only the client is open, the client will be open if you are open.
Yeah.
Because again, there's that give and take.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to mirror what I'm pushing out, right? And yeah, that's the difference between regular aesthetics and holistic practice. Just like when I do a head spa. A head spa it's not washing hair. I am taking care of that crown chakra.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm doing, and I better do it right.
Yep. I know in my practice, I have what I call signature sessions. It used to be they were energy healing, but I do so many different things now that they're signature sessions. And people ask me, and I'm like, I don't know what it's going to be, because I just go in and I'm like, I just do what I'm told, right? I just listen and do what I'm told. So I don't know what we're going to do today, but let's see.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So it's all spirit led.
Yeah.
Right? And we have to honor the body, that meat suit that is on our table, because I call them the meat suit.
I'm so glad somebody else does that. I do that all the time. People look at me like,
you gotta honor it, it's not your meat suit, that's their meat suit. And I have no right whatsoever to do anything that meat suit is not saying yes to.
I love that. I think, again, we joke with the meat suit piece, but I think the honoring of it is so important, because we chose these for ourselves when we came here, and we have to honor that. And so for you to hold that space to honor that, somebody's coming to you, they're coming to you for a treatment, they're coming to you because they want something, but then to be able to go, oh yeah, but energetically, that's not what your body is wanting right now. Correct. Okay, I'm going to honor that, even though that's not what the mind might be saying. Correct. That's what the body is saying and the energy is saying.
Correct. Yeah, you have to. It's a given. It's a given. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I talk so much, and we've chatted about like human design and things like that on here before, and we talk a lot about how the wisdom is not here. The wisdom is never here. Right? The wisdom is in the body, and the body holds that knowing. And the more that we can get into a place where we actually get out of the head and get into the body, we talk about the spiritual journey, and we talk about, this kind of transcending, but we're not meant to transcend this form, because this is the form that we came in here with. We're meant to use it and to understand it and to honor it, because we've put our wisdom into it.
Correct. Yeah, we don't take it with us.
Yep.
Where we go, we don't take it with us. That's the end
while
of
we're
that.
here.
Exactly. We stay here. So since we don't take it with us, how precious does it make it?
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible the value that our meat suit really has. And when it's not yours, even more valuable.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, we came down into these meat suits to experience emotion and stuff because we can't experience that without them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's our main training tool here. Is
Correct.
about learning how all the emotions work, being human.
Correct.
So, yeah.
It's interesting. I remember reading something. I believe it was from Yogananda, and he was talking about, where is the soul? Where does the soul actually reside? And it was a piece of our soul resides in every single part of our body, every single cell within our body. And I mean, when you look at it from that perspective, it really shifts what the body is and how we are meant to work with the body.
Yeah. That's that symbiosis. That symbiosis. We're made. People say the body was made to house the spirit. I think it's something more than that. I think the spirit may have designed the body to make it easier for the body to do certain things so it wouldn't be taxing for the body, because the spirit loves the human race so much that it had to have had some part in the design of it. I mean, something as simple as grabbing your arms and going around yourself and feeling, that's a hug. And when you hug your own body, you're not hugging just your body.
No.
You're hugging everything that makes that body and everything outside of that body.
Mm-hmm.
And you're hugging the universe, because the universe resides inside our bodies as well.
Yeah.
So something as simple as that tells you there's something more to this. A lot more.
Yeah.
A lot more.
So much more. And even, but Dennis and I are, often talking, between shows and stuff like that. We'll share like where we're at and things. And so often we do that where it's like, I am hugging you.
Yes.
I am sending you that hug, right?
Yes.
And being able to feel it and receive it even without being physically connected is such a wonderful thing. And I remember as a child having an experience. I was laying in bed and I was just a mess, bawling my eyes out. And I was like, I need a hug. And I've had so many experiences, even as a kid. I knew that there was, energy source greater than us. And I was like, I need you to hug me right now. And I actually felt those arms come around me and pick me up and hold me while I was in bed, just crying. And it was like, sweet release of energy, just to know that is possible, that we can have that experience.
Yes. Yes. And I believe you, because that can happen.
Yeah, I've had that as well. When you're feeling really anxious or something, you're dealing with something, you can't shut your brain off. It's like, guys, come and hug me, because I need to shut my brain off for a little bit.
Correct. But you still do find some people that have a hard time connecting to that type of energy.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to think to yourself, you have to say, well, as a person that loves to help someone, what is my role here? If this person is telling me this because they want a hug, well, I can't make them feel a spiritual hug. But guess what? I have a spirit in me and I can physically hug them, and my spirit will hug theirs as well.
Yeah.
A lot of people are scared to hug people nowadays. And it's something that is so necessary
Mhm.
at the spa. And I tell people, I'm sorry, I'm a huggable. And we hug in the beginning. Even my new clients, they're like, because they're not expecting that from an esthetician.
Mhm.
And the hugs, when I give them their nice warm towel, that's a face hug. And I tell them that's a face hug, right?
Yeah.
But when there are some that say, I don't feel my angel's hugs,
Mhm.
and that's when you have to explain to them, well, why? Let's see why your body may not be feeling it, or why your spirit and your body have not really connected, so that you can get that spiritual hug and your body can understand it and say, oh, there it is.
Mhm.
Because again, energy.
Yeah.
It's energy.
Mhm.
And you have them right there in front of you. You have to show them that they are loved, even though they have no idea who you are. You're just the esthetician. And they look at you odd, but when they realize it by the end, they're like, this person didn't really have to do this. This person really didn't have to make me, it could have been a wham bam, thank you, ma'am, right?
Mhm.
Facial, see ya in a month. And it wasn't.
Yeah.
And that's where we make a difference. But all of us, you don't have to be an esthetician for that.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
a regular human being.
Mhm.
That's where we
Kindness and
put into
compassion.
true connection.
That's it.
Mhm.
We have to go back there.
Mhm.
We have to go back there. I feel that we have been separated from the body.
Yeah.
We have been separated. And we need to go back there, especially us women, that we have such a big capacity of pushing through that love energy
Mhm.
and that compassionate energy. That's such a gift. I wondered why this time around I came in as a woman, and it's like sometimes in my life I'm like, well, now I know why I was a woman. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, do you know a lot of your past lives, Mary? Do you know a lot of them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Any you want to
Many
share?
people. Sure. There was one lifetime. A lot of them have been males. I've been a male. Funny enough, I have been with my now husband here. We grew up together in this lifetime, but he's usually the female and I'm usually the male. We figured that out, and we verified it this year. He is what they call the twin flame that everybody calls, but that is it's your lifetime partner, wherever it is that you are. You always decide to be that partner every time you come down to this world or any other world, because this is not the only place we get to tour.
No, it's not.
Know us? Know this?
Whoa.
Mhm.
So one of my lives was, I was a female in this one, and I I was riding a horse. I remember very vividly, and my husband was on another horse. We were in a war, in a battle, some kind of battle. And it was funny because of someone threw a spear from all the way back there, and it landed right here in the middle of my solar plexus. I felt it in while I was remembering, I felt it, and I very instinctively said, "Oh, don't think I'm going to die, because I'm not. I'll be back." And sure enough, then I came as a male, and I had another life. I did track it down to before a Knights Templar, before it became organized as a Knights Templar. And my husband was there, but as my husband, we were two males at that point. And because we shared so much together, doing what we were doing. Am I proud of what it was that we did? No. Could we have done better? Yeah. And then we figured that out, because we did not want to come back as that again. Many. Those are two of many, and in different worlds. There's one where there's no body. So that one, and it's just all shimmer, all light. It reminds me very much of my galactic shaman, Neah, but she's very bluish, but it's like a shimmer blue, like iridescent, depending on where the light hits her. And embedded, she has embedded crystals, blue crystals, on her forehead. And I remember that the way that my husband and I looked, we look like a lava lamp, which is just the big long blob, and that's what we were. And I mean, how wonderful it was that we could actually flow through the universe together, and then all of a sudden we're here. That's the last thing I remember. Oh, look at this. And then it's like 5 years old. I'm like, you again? You again? We make that pact again. You know?
I love, though, that we can sense the energy in someone when we meet them and just go, I know you. I know your energy. We've had some experience together at some point.
Yes. Yes. My daughter remembers, even though this is her first life on this plane, she remembers, she tells me, Mommy, I was watching you and Daddy for a long time, because they asked me to make sure that you two were the ones I wanted to be born to. And I was like, wow, are you sure? You want to come over here with me? You don't know what you're getting yourself into, girl. And that was, to this day, she still says.
I think that is so important, though. And I know, I've even talked to my kids about it, because my kids have gone through a lot, having gone through the issues that, my ex and I had to deal with in this lifetime. And really talking about that idea of, we choose these experiences. We choose who we want to be connected with because of the things that we want to experience in these lifetimes.
Yes.
And so I love that she actually remembers following you through a few lifetime experiences to go, yep, this is who I want.
Yeah, it was like a stalker. It was like, really? How long? She goes, it was long, Mommy. It was a long time. I'm like, didn't you have anything else to do but just follow? No, Mom, that's what they ask us to do. I'm like, interesting. Yeah. So I was like, okay, well, welcome. Let's have fun.
I know my son has been Jen's and my son in a past life. And I was the dad, she was the mom, and he was one of our sons. We had 5 children in that lifetime. But he was one of them.
Oh, that is so cool. I'm telling you. It's a whole different world out there. If people really knew the intricacies, all the ins and outs, some people are ready for that, but some people are not, and we have to honor that, right? because that's what they came here to prepare for, right? And once we understand that, and we and who are we not to be at their level? Who are we not to be understanding and not condescending, but ready for them? So when they are ready, or when they give you that cue, it's your responsibility to be able to take that cue and say, okay, well, I have to understand how much you can understand, or what is it that you came here to understand? Because I can't give you more, because that is not what you're here at this moment to experience. Once we connect and we say, okay, so this is, and we allow ourselves to be led to that understanding, and that's it. This is, I have to understand that this is the only thing I need to give them, so that they can go and find somebody else to give them the other stuff. That because it was slated for that other person to give them that other stuff. I'm not. It's not me. So I have to honor myself as well, and everybody around me, and everything that's around me, so that I can say, well, this is what I can give you. This is what I can explain. And somebody else is going to give you, when you're ready, somebody else is going to give you the rest of the information that you need as you keep going through your awakening. So when you understand that and you put it all together, yeah, that's why some do go kicking and screaming. I was talking to Jennifer about it. There's a lot of people going right now that's kicking and screaming because they have to move a little further up. They've been given the heads up, right? But they haven't done the work, but they're slated to be there. That's an understanding of commitment, universal commitment. So buckle up. Gonna be a buckle.
I think that's the theme right now. Buckle up.
This is not a roller coaster.
And enjoy the ride.
There's no G-force you're gonna feel there. No. But yeah, so good. So such a beautiful life.
And
It
I
truly
think,
is.
And
it
sitting
really
in that gratitude is a beautiful thing, right? When we can sit in that and really feel this is a beautiful life, no matter what's going on around us, right? Being thankful for those everyday things, it really helps to soothe that buckle up buttercup energy.
Imagine what you're doing. You're if you take that commitment and you say, you know what, I'm going to be that high frequency battery.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not going to be the Debbie Downer, right? I'm always going to take care of myself. I'm always going to get grounded. Because there is a universal commitment that I made. I came here to do this work. And there is nothing that's going to bring me down, because that energy that I have has to go into the collective. My energy is going to help somebody.
Yeah.
And when you get that commitment and you really take it to heart and you really put it to the test, you realize that everything around you works out. And the reason why is because you are emitting that beautiful frequency. And guess what? It's going to bounce. It's going to come right back to you. Because like energies attract.
Yeah.
And it really freaking works. It really does.
Absolutely.
And Monica says life is beautiful and we should appreciate it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And welcome, Maria. We're not doing questions today. We're having discussion. So
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Oh, they love the channel. Yes.
Thank you.
Yay.
Oh my God, this is beautiful. I
Mhm.
love the energy.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think we're at our 5.
We are. I
So we
saw
usually send people
saw-
off with some home play. Yeah.
message
We
there.
send people off with home play. So Jen
We
picks a card.
card from the Seeds from the Sacred Feminine. And I got, of course, it's fitting. Your intuition is telling you something.
Yeah.
Your intuition is telling you something.
Mhm.
So the card reads, you are getting signals and messages that are worthy of your attention. Listen to that whispered voice, grandchild. It holds great wisdom for your journey. Intuition lives in the realm of the sacred feminine. You can trust that feminine voice when it whispers to you. In this world of distraction, the intuitive signal seems ghost-like. It is fleeting and never speaks in the same way twice. Do not ignore it. Become clear in your intentions and say, I hear you, and I will listen. The message of your intuition could be leading you to a rendezvous with a very person that you have been praying to meet, or away from a disaster of some kind. Trust your intuition. Great things happen when those who follow the call, for those who follow the call of the sacred feminine.
Wow. Wow.
That's not the one. This is the one.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Our ancestors are very present. Monica says.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is. You know, we can't make this stuff up. The cards get picked, and they are always very good, very relevant.
May I pull one of the ones that I have?
Please.
I love that. Is this from one of your decks?
This is one of my decks. It's the
Beautiful.
Moira Light Private Collection.
Lovely.
And we all have now the Dare to Dream. I don't know.
Oh,
Dare to
beautiful.
Dream.
So fitting.
So fitting, right? So now it says, it's enough. Your higher guidance is now commending your attention to follow your dreams. It's time for this part of your life to awaken. Too much time alone and no self-love and determination has taken its toll. It is time to start dreaming once more. And of course, it becomes cheeky. You can dream, gosh darn it. Understand that you wrote this story. So wake up.
Oh, I love that.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, Dare to Dream is a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for letting me do that.
No, thank you. Do you have your decks there? Did you want to show the?
Oh yeah.
Great if
Show
you
them?
could
That would be
show.
great.
So these are the Moira's Light. And usually it's a 3-part. So I'll take the same deck. So you can read this deck in 3 different ways. Let's see. Okay. You can just read the top, or you can read the message, or you can just read the bottom. And let's say that I were to get something else. Let's say the meditation and the manifestation card were to come out if we do a 3-card pull. So I can say, well, you need to dare to dream and manifest. And you can do that with a little more meditation so that you can get to that point. See, you're using only the 3 top parts, whatever it is that you are commanded to use at that moment. But then enough, you get to the middle part where you say, well, with the meditations, as you awaken, you begin to hunger for more spiritual opportunities. Who here does not have that?
Yeah.
There is a thing called spiritual hunger. And especially when you are meditating and you start your awakening, or you start to learn what it is that you came here to learn, this hunger where you want to learn tarot cards, you want to learn how to do pendulum, you want to learn all those things that at my age now, and I'm sure you guys too, it turns into a binky because you're already getting your information straight ahead, right? So we teach so that they can let go. And that's life, isn't it?
Yes,
It's
so
synonymous with
true.
life. Yeah. So we give you a binky, you learn with your binky, and then you're letting go because now the message is like, oh, she's got everything she needs.
Mhm.
Yeah, she can put away her binky and she doesn't need it anymore. So it's what's
Beautiful.
the way that it works. And at the end, it's like your angels will add messages with meditation moments. And then at the end, you go, you can dream, gosh darn it, understand that you wrote the story. And then the last one would be, seriously, though, it's all in the way of your intentions. So when you're using just the bottom of the cards, you got a different message as well. It depends on what you're guided to use.
Yeah, so there's an intuitive component to that.
Correct. No, intuition has to happen. I mean, I don't know what happened in 4 hours, but this deck was produced in 4 hours. I don't remember how I did them. And it was the very first time that my husband, George, took a 4-hour nap. He never takes a nap. And
it was necessary.
No, are you kidding me? He would no, I would never have time to do any of this. And he woke up and I looked at him and he looked at me right here on my computer, this same computer. And he goes, what is that? And I go, I don't know. I'm reading it. I'm trying to figure out what all this means. And he goes, they look like cards to me. And I was like, really? That was my first deck of cards that I ever did.
That's awesome.
And I've sold out like 5 times already. I have to reorder.
Beautiful.
But, so if people are interested in that, and of course, you spend as you, I don't know, I remember how Gerald put it like that,
spend responsibly.
But like, where would someone go to find that?
Oh, they can go to my link at the spa. I just condensed everything into the spa. So you can go for a facial or, Monica has a deck. She got her deck. So you go to my website and you go into the little store part and you can see it there, or you can just send me a message through Vagaro and I'll be able to put it together for you. I don't have many left. It's between that one. What I do have is the Halloween deck. Oh, that's cheeky. Oh yeah, no, that
Halloween deck.
It's a cheeky Halloween deck. That one, one day when we get to Halloween, we should do something because that one, I think Monica has that one, and then I have the shamanic cards, which is it's a big deck, but you learn about so many different shamanic. Monica has all 3.
Wonderful.
Oh my goodness. So that's thank you so
goodness.
much, Monica.
But yeah, I mean, you learn about the Toltec. You learn about all the other shamans that live around the earth. And you have Siwarkenti and you have Amaru and what it means. So if you're pulling those, it's usually what it is that's going on and what you need to do. So
Beautiful.
Well, we do live card readings once a month, sometimes more because sometimes we decide to just go live randomly, which we did
happened this month.
That happened. But what would be awesome is maybe you could join us for some of them and use your decks. And
I'll use all 3, even though the Halloween is for Halloween, but they love being shown. It's like I said, they're very cheeky. Monica will attest. Oh yeah, this is like
I love it.
Yeah. So we'll have to arrange that then, Mary.
Absolutely. Let's have fun.
Absolutely.
Yes, that would be lovely.
Beautiful.
It's crazy how quickly the hour has flown by.
It has indeed.
Yes.
So I usually ask if there's anything that you have going on that you want to let people know about?
Yes, I'm going to start teaching the course of the Holistic Esthetician.
Lovely.
For anybody that would like to do more than just play a ting sha at the beginning or the end of the. I'm sorry, but I know that sounds cheeky of me, and that's not like me. But there's a lot of authenticity that needs to be addressed. And then at the spa, of course, I'm always teaching spiritual development. This is for the newbie again.
Mhm.
That's what I came here to do. I came here to help the newbie, because we need to understand that a lot of people don't want to teach the scut work. I'm here to do that. And the reason why is because there is every year passes, there's something new. There's a new energy, there's a new connection to what it is that I teach. So the spiritual development has many parts. We talk about, yes, we learn about demonology. Yes, we learn about angelology. Yes, how to read cards. You get your tarot, your angel tarot reading certification. You get your Reiki 1, the Western certification. And if you can, it's requested that you come for the attunement at the spa. Even though I know the online attunement will still work, it's energy. It is energy. Okay.
Absolutely.
It still works, but I still have a component on the Eastern, the true Eastern system of Reiki. And then, of course, it brings in mediumship, but all these, even crystal ball, that's my favorite, crystal ball readings. Oh my God, that is so much fun. It's so beautiful.
That's
But yeah, I mean, you learn all the binkies so that when you're ready to advance to something else, then you're like, you even get to learn to do your own runes. So hello, it's a lot of fun. It was fun.
Very cool.
I call it the spiritual arts and craft.
Yeah, that's what we're
fantastic.
supposed to be doing. That's why craft is called the craft, right?
Yes.
The craft is called the craft.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Jen, what have you got coming up this week?
What do I have coming up? So on Wednesday, I'm going to be on with Michelle from the Outer Realm, and we're going to actually talk about the Lyran legacy and some other things, and that's going to lead to some really exciting news that we're going to have for next week. That we're connecting with Michelle to start our own little radio channel. So Tanis and I will be hosting a new show come the end of the month. So we'll tell you guys all about that next week. And we're super excited about how things are unfolding.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Other thing that we have coming up that I want to make sure I mention is this Saturday, we have our support group with Beyond Being Human. So you can go to beyondbeinghuman.org/support-groups. Or if you are following us on Facebook, you will be able to find it through the events on our Facebook page. But we're having a very special support group this month because of everything that is happening in the world right now, as Monica had spoke about. I think that it's really important that we, as a collective, are putting love into the world. So Tanis and I were talking about how we want to hold that space, and we were talking to our students in our classes because we have a couple of classes for spiritual warriorship, which is the Peacekeepers program, and it is about how do we manage all of these energies that are around us and managing them through love, and how love is the only way that we can truly manage all of this.
Correct.
It is absolutely free to join. We will be on Zoom. We will be with each other on Zoom, live in the sense that we're all going to be in Zoom together, but it's not going to be broadcast live. It's just going to be all of us together, and maybe, I don't know, maybe we will record it and put it out there if it feels like that was what resonates, for the world to be able to have the experience, because we're going to do some meditations together where we're going to bring that love in. We're going to allow that love to fill us so that we overflow with that love, and then we can send that out to the world.
Yes.
Yeah. And maybe what we'll do is we'll record the meditation piece, and then we can still have discussion, because regularly we do this once a month, and regularly it's about having spiritual discussions that people can come and share how they're doing with their spiritual stuff, so that they can, have a bit of a compass and a community and all of that to go through it. So,
yeah. And can I add one thing?
Mm-hmm.
I am trying to put together, with more spiritual leaders like you guys, if you are interested, a 3-day cruise. So if we get enough people, it's not going to cost an arm and a leg for anyone from anywhere, right? That's the whole idea, because we're going to get a really nice price on that. But imagine all of us in the middle of the ocean, and we'd be able to provide an attunement, a Reiki attunement with the energies of the stars and the water element. I think it would be so divine.
Absolutely.
My whole body is going, yes.
Yeah, mine
Yes.
too.
Yes.
I got tingles going on.
And the more people we do it, the more people that would come and we could do this, the more we can contact the world record, Guinness World Record thing.
Yeah.
And we can actually get it recorded on this timeline.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we got to start
Very
recording things on this timeline. We can't keep it. We can't keep it within ourselves. We need to record it on this timeline.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
if it resonates with you,
So we'll talk.
Boy, yes.
We'll talk after
I
this.
know Monica's going. Oh my God.
Awesome. And for me, I have on Wednesday, I have Infinite Integrations with Jacqueline Richards. And of course, I am with Jennifer as well for the support group. So thank you all for joining us. And thank you so much, Mary, for coming on and sharing all of your beautiful wisdom and everything that you do with us and your energy. And we thank all of you as well for joining us and sharing your energy with us as we go on this travel that we are on, this adventure called life. So thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you soon. Take care.